find a peaceful solution to these problems.
Then we are agreed.
Is vengeance gonna bring your son back to you? Or my boy to me? I forgo the vengeance of my son. And if some unlucky accident should befall him, if he should get shot in the head by a police officer, then I'm going to blame some of the people in this room.
Especially the guy across the way.
On the souls of my grandchildren, that I will not be the one to break the peace we've made here today.
Okay. That's tense. Yeah.
But I didn't know until this day that it was Bazzini all along.
Oh.
How long have you been back?
I've been back a year.
Oh, wow. Long time went by.
Like a senator or a president.
You know how naive you sound.
Why?
Senators and presidents don't have men killed.
What do you want of me after all this time without even calling or writing?
I came here because I need you. That we have a life together. That we have children. Our children.
I'm throwing everything at her. Jeez.
Yeah, right. All the
The gift of the necklace.
Come with me. My gosh.
Well, Michael is now head of the family, and if he gives his permission, then you have my blessing.
There are things being negotiated now that are going to solve all your problems and answer all your questions. That's all I can tell you now.
Mike, why am I out?
You're not a wartime consigliere, Tom.
Maybe I could help.
You're out, Tom.
Nice girls.
Anything, huh?
Who are the girls?
That's for you to find out.
Get rid of them, Fredo.
Am I happy you married him?
Come on, honey, let's go. Come on, I don't know, Johnny. What the hell's the matter with you? I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right, Freddie.
Come on, honey.
The Corleone family is thinking of giving up all its interest in the olive oil business, settling out here. Well, I'll make them an offer he'd can't refuse.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Mike. Hello, fellas. Everybody's here. Freddie.
Corleone family wants to buy you out.
The Corleone family wants to buy me out. No, I buy you out. You don't buy me out.
Oh, boy. Here we
He's
go.
going to be a goner.
Oh,
You
boy.
took Freddie in because the Corleone family bankrolled your casino because the Molinari family on the coast guaranteed his safety.
I gotta kick asses sometimes to make it run right. We had a little argument, Freddie and I, so I had to straighten him out.
You straightened my brother out.
Uh-oh.
Think about a price.
Do you know who I am?
Uh-oh.
I'm Mo Green. I made my bones when you were going out with cheerleaders.
Uh-oh. Be quiet.
You're my older brother, and I love you. But don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again.
Wow, he's like really...
Yeah,
he's really taking down the job.
God.
He fits the role.
Yeah.
I want you to arrange to have a telephone man check all the calls that go in out of here.
I did it already, Pop.
You know, it could be
Pop, I
anyone.
took care of that.
Whoever comes to you with this Barzini meeting, he's the traitor. Don't forget that.
He's going to be goofy. That's funny.
Oh, my
He's spraying him?
gosh, spraying my
He's
goodness,
letting him,
poison.
that's
I
good.
wouldn't-
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Who's going to...
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Whoops.
Oh, no.
Oh, find something.
Oh, he thinks he's only playing around.
Oh, no.
Crap, and he has the stuff in his mouth, too. Oh, he thinks he's
Oh, my
fooling
God.
around.
Oh, I hope he's getting somebody.
Oh. Wow. The same.
Wow.
Mike, can I have a minute? Barzini wants to arrange a meeting. He says we can straighten any of our problems out. You know how they're gonna come at you?
Yeah, Pop told me.
They're arranging a meeting in Brooklyn.
I always thought it would have been Clemenza, not Tessia.
It's the smart move. Tessia was always smarter.
Surprised she
And
survived.
Natalia. all the heads of the 5 families.
Go.
He's saying no.
Oh!
Whoa.
Oh no!
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh
Put your
no!
glasses on, we'll find out.
Oh,
Oh, whoa.
Oh, he stops him in there. Oh God!
Yeah. Oh. Whoa, boy.
Who announced him?
Oh God! Oh my God!
Whoa.
Right in plain sight. Oh, they
Oh,
got him.
God.
Reese's no longer.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's really escalating.
Oh, wow.
Tell Mike it was only business.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked him.
Oh my God!
Mm-hmm.
He understands that.
Excuse me, sir.
Man, it's only business.
That's it.
Mike, you got it all wrong. You fingered Sonny for the Barzini people. Ah, that little farce you played with my sister. Cuneo. Today I settle all family business, so don't tell me you're innocent, Carlo. Don't be afraid, Carlo. Come on, you think I make my sister a widow? I'm godfather to your son, Carlo. We're finished. I'm putting you on a plane to Vegas. Tom?
He's very good at that.
Isn't he?
Oh, boy.
Now, who approached you?
It was Barzini.
You ain't leaving.
Now, get out of my sight.
You're lucky you're alive, dude.
Yeah, no.
I just thought they would shoot him outside or something.
Oh,
Who's
my
gonna shoot him
God,
right in the
yeah,
head?
Yeah.
Hello, Carlo.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yep. I knew there was
Bada bing,
something.
bada. Bye-bye.
Oh,
Oh,
just oh, oh, God. Oh my goodness. Oh, whoa.
Holy shit!
Oh,
On the day his son's baptized.
boy, I tell you.
mm-hmm. You're announcing.
Oh,
Oh, Mama, please!
Okay.
You killed my husband. You waited until Papa died so nobody could stop you, and then you killed him. Why do you think he kept Carlo at the mall? All the time he knew he was going to kill him. And you stood godfather to our baby.
She's hysterical.
Is it true?
Don't ask me about my business.
No.
This one time I'll let you ask me about my affairs.
I know you can't tell her.
yeah.
Gotta change quick, huh?
She doesn't want to know either.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing the job.
That's how it ends. That was a great ending.
Oh, I loved it.
That was
Oh,
very
wow.
good.
I
Wow,
loved
that
it.
was, yeah, that was great. Oh my
Knowing it was
gosh,
3
I love
hours
that.
long,
Oh my
I was
God.
like, wow, that's
Whoa.
It was
gonna
very
be a
well
stretch,
paced.
but
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
It really was.
Wow, I can't believe
I was
that.
leaning forward a lot off my seat.
Oh, wow, I was too.
That was very good.
Oh my God.
Everybody was, the cast was phenomenal.
Phenomenal, yeah.
I just absolutely loved it. I loved the growth of Michael, how he became Don.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Now something.
you know,
yeah.
the one that was, you know, least likely to become, you know, after his father's, you know, go under
Yeah.
his father's footsteps, really, you know, just to, I thought it was going to be Sonny all along,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, this is going to be
No.
really
I know,
bad.
when he was such a hothead that I was like, I don't know. But yeah, to see him come
surprised.
this far and to really fit that role perfectly. Like, he was so intimidating
Oh my
at the
God,
end.
yes.
And
He's the new
he took out
Godfather.
everyone. Yeah, he took out all the family heads.
Wow,
He did,
sure
you know?
did. Wow,
He
that
did.
That was insane.
Oh my gosh.
And he was just so his personality, he's just very calm. He's very even mind, even keel. He doesn't like fly off the handle like Sonny did, or what was it, Frito. Sorry.
Yeah.
And Frito, like he just, he wasn't a fit, to be the next Don. So, he fit perfectly because of his personality and what he's been through. I mean, he had to, I think what really, his turning point was the hospital when he went to see his father.
Oh, definitely.
And then he realized there's no guards, there's no nothing. And then he just took charge and he was very composed. He told the nurse what to do. We have to move him.
And even Enzo, when they went outside, and he's like, just act like you have a gun in your pocket and stuff, and they just stayed calm.
He just took charge.
So scared, though. I mean, Enzo was so scared, but completely did everything right.
He did. And then when the cop, crushed his jaw, I mean, he was... His face was, I mean, he had, it was injured for quite some time until he had it reconstructed on scene. Because he kept, wiping his nose and must have really
he had that issue for a long time.
Big time, so.
And he was away for so long. He even got married.
Yes.
His first wife, she got blown up in the car.
He was truly, he just fell in love with her instantly.
Yeah.
I know he was really attracted and it was like love, but it was also control, because right when he took this on and he realized even the police had control over the hospital with his father and doing all of that, and then saying I'm going to take out those two big guys that's going to cause this huge war, and he went off and he just fully had a power play after that. He was a different person, I think, after that. And when he went in hiding, and immediately he just was attracted to this woman, and talking to the dad with his guards there, he's just bring him out, I need to talk to him. All right, well, now you know who I am. Almost showing him how powerful he is with his family, and then being but now you know that, and however he said it, but about losing a father or gaining or a husband, so I was oh crap, so you're saying this is going to be a good thing for you,
Right.
You have to.
My last name is the name of this town, so I am from this town.
Yeah. But he just took complete control.
He did,
there.
and I think it was okay, this is a little challenge that I can overcome, and if I can overcome this, a true Italian family. I mean, he's Italian too, but he's
for sure
from America. But it was in his future father-in-law just said, yes, this is my name, and Sunday morning come over, and he knew everything. He knew the traditional ways of courting her, and he had the full respect of the father.
Yeah, family supervision. He even said he could do that, and he knew exactly what to do every step of the way.
Respect is everything, and that's what his father taught him.
Yeah, and even his wife was really happy too, and she was. She opened up a lot.
She
afterwards.
Really did. She was very bubbly.
In the car, though, she was really happy and all of a sudden blown up.
And it was by one of his guards. One of his guards was. Against them.
Right.
And that's what's so scary, being in this business, and you have so much power. You have all these people working for you, and they're like, oh, well, now the enemy knows where you are, and how calm he still was, knowing that it could happen at any time. And I'd be so paranoid, holy crap, but he still lived his life, and, still a tragic outcome, but he survived it.
And the two guards, a lot, during the wedding, even the day his wife died, the other guard had his back against the door, having wine, having lunch.
That's right,
he's leaving, letting his guard down, really.
Yeah.
I mean, they should really be, at their post. I mean, I know there's only two guys, but still.
Well, that's why I'm kind of wondering if, I don't know if both guards were in on it, but that one guy who ran did, but for that guy to be kind of oblivious and not with him, I was kind of I don't know. But then I think he'd be taken off too, because that's too obvious that, hey, I had no idea.
Yeah,
he was
clueless. He didn't know.
Yeah. And the way that Sonny died, that was so shocking to me. How quick it happens, how planned out it is, and you had so many guys armed. Yeah.
With machine guns.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just at the ready, just hiding, just
I was
lined up hiding.
surprised by that, because I thought he was just going off to help his sister out
Sister, me
and to
too.
get the boyfriend, you know, or the husband at the time. Well, he was a husband. And, you know, just go kill him because he's like, I already warned him once.
That's right.
And now he beat the crap out of her. And we also thought that he died, like she killed him
Yeah, 'cause she had the
somehow.
knife.
because-
You thought he
Yeah, the
did,
knife.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or she did. And
Yeah.
I was kind of, you know, thinking about that too, because I was just like, how can you be, I mean, some people do have rage issues, and
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy maybe, you know, he's getting threatened, he knows his family, and he's still so like,
Isn't he so cocky?
yeah,
sure
he's so
is.
about
He
himself
knows
that
his
he's just like,
father-in-law's the Godfather.
That's right. He still
and then
does
he's
it.
still like beating up his wife. I mean, to do that in the first place is just awful.
Yeah.
But then you're like in this family that, what makes you think that you're gonna get away with
Brothers
this?
are gonna,
That's
yeah.
right.
If
Yeah.
anything, like a sleazy guy, you know, and he's like beating her up, and
Beating
you're
her
part
and
of this
cheating on
powerful,
her.
dangerous family, cheating on her,
Wow.
and you know, doing all these things, and to do it again. And then when Sonny got shot, I was
Usually
just
they
like,
never stop.
I was
Yeah.
questioning him a lot more. Where I'm like, that's so weird that he would still go out and do that. Like, why would he
Yeah.
even be in that? I mean, it happens with toxic relationships, but why would you even be in that relationship and then still put your life on the line, threatening her again? Because you know he's going to come back out and beat the crap out of you.
Yeah.
So at that moment, I'm like, he had to be involved,
Yeah.
you know, or to
And-
all be planned that way.
And to
Yeah.
think about toxic relationships, the family cannot interfere with their relationship. Did you see at the dinner table where, you know, she was, Connie was talking about, there was some kind of issue with Connie, and I don't know if it was Sonny or whatever, he wanted, you know, he was like, I'm going to beat him up, do something, I'm going to rough him up or something. And the mother's like, no, we don't interfere. That is their marriage, you know? So that's another respect. Yes, it's wrong, but we don't interfere. And that's toxic too. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you-
like shut
I
up,
mean,
just even at the table, how he's
yeah,
constantly
but
just
that's
verbally
the way
abusing as
it
well.
is, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, this was a very interesting take
Wow.
on mafia life, you know,
Yeah.
because we saw a couple movies to do with mafias,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
every family's different. But with this one, we were truly just about this main family and how the inner workings are.
Right,
You know, with the
right.
respect of the
Yes,
families,
respect, yeah.
and right from the start with the Godfather, like how the first guy he talked to, and he did get the favor later, and right when I
Yes.
hear
Yeah.
favor, I'm like, oh God, he's going to tell him to murder someone or something that's not normal for him to do,
Yeah,
like
that's
something
right, yeah.
very extreme. But no, he did something that like that's like his profession, right, or something, like, hey, can
Right.
you make him look beautiful
Yes.
for me? But right from the start, he's like, so you're coming in and you're asking for a favor, but you never wanted my friendship, you don't even call me Godfather, like where's the respect? And
Yes.
he's laying it all out there because family is so important, having those relations are so
right, yeah.
important. And here he's like, I just need a favor. I don't remember exactly what he said, but you know, he was trying to not really be respectful, but he was trying to be kind because he wanted something. But yeah,
And
like,
he would-
it just shows
and
how much
he-
a Godfather
That's right.
really holds that true to his heart, where it's like it's about loyalty, family.
Yes,
I
tell
like
me what I want to
closeness.
hear. And he probably had, okay, I'm going to need him in the future. He is a funeral director or whatever. He
Oh,
owns a
that's
funeral
right, yeah.
parlor.
Yeah,
I'm probably
he
gonna
knows
need
what
him
kind
in
of
the
connections
future, but I'm
he
going to
has.
still insult him and say, hey, you know, you never wanted to deal with me before. And now all of a sudden when you need me, you know, when your poor daughter was beaten,
That's
you
right.
know, now you need me. Now you want to have justice.
And
Yeah,
I-
when you
yeah,
could have had
yeah.
justice or protection
from the
this whole
beginning,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought something was going to happen to that guy.
I know, right from the
I
beginning.
know,
we're
because we didn't know the scene yet. We were
we
like
didn't
trying
know,
to,
like,
you
what was
never
gonna
know,
happen.
but yeah,
But
because
I'm
there's
glad it wasn't
Me
like
too,
that.
yeah.
I'm glad that it wasn't always about killing someone, because I just get
Oh,
scared
yeah,
like that.
right.
But there
It's all
were
favors and you
true
know.
meanings on why they would do
Boy.
it. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they wouldn't just like cap you off just because you were being disrespectful. I mean, depending on how
Boy.
bad it got, I guess. But like, no, it was very well done.
It was,
And that's-
and oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. And that scene with the horse's head in the bed.
Yeah.
And all the blood, I thought, my
That's
God.
right.
You know,
Wow.
You don't say no to them.
Yeah, don't-
That
no,
was a
you do
great
not.
scene.
You don't give them a
and-
weakness.
Wow.
Oh, this is my $600,000 prize horse. I'm going to
You
start
know,
out.
And
Oh,
that was a
God.
huge scene. I did not expect that to happen, but I have heard of that scene before, but I wasn't sure if I didn't know it was this.
Yeah.
So I didn't even connect that, even with seeing the horse before
That's right.
and how expensive it was, and they were threatening him. You know, like what do they say?
Yeah, you
Like,
have to be.
big
You have
offer
to
you
put
can't
John
refuse.
Fontaine into that movie, otherwise.
That's right.
Yeah, like that's like a huge answer of like, okay, well, you can't displease my boss. You got to do this. But that was a very shocking scene. And at first I'm like, how did he not wake up unless they drugged his drink or something? And I'm like, oh God, did they like cut him up, drug him up, cut him up? So, or was he like missing a couple fingers or something and they wrapped it up again and just want all the blood spurted all over him? And so I was trying to like piece together
the
the
wow
scene.
factor. So you do what they want.
Yeah. And here you have these other powerful people who also have their own muscle and they're ready for you, you know? So to not even be scared at all and just yell at, you know, these people challenging you, like they kept saying gangsters or whatever, but, you know, like, holy crap, like there's bigger people out there that you got to be scared of.
And speaking of bigger people, you know, you have Vito is his name, I guess, the Godfather. I mean, everyone's coming to him for favors. You know, it's his daughter's wedding. We see all this. And then when this, you know, narcotics deal is coming, you know, we got a new way to make money. And it's far better than gambling and women and guns, whatever.
So much more money, yeah.
So, you know, the sons are trying to, especially Sonny, really trying to focus in on telling Dad, you know, we really should do this with Salazzo. And when Sonny spoke and his father said, you know, you'd never do that because that showed weakness. And there it did.
Yeah.
And that's when they took over. Like they were the, you know, Don had to go up to him and, you know, try to, you know, iron things out, but it didn't work because there's just so much money. But it worked out in the long run because he got shot.
That's right.
It was insane. I'm glad that he tried to make peace with the other families. Like, once his son died, like, he's like, I don't want to get revenge or anything. I don't want vengeance. I want this to stop. So that was a very, in a way, mature way of, like, trying to stop it. And I think they all kind of wanted peace to a certain extent. But, like, the drug thing was just too powerful. And it was cool to kind of see them try to work it out and maintain peace. But once Michael took charge of everything, he didn't want any question. And he just killed them all, especially when his own dad told him, like, he was so wise in that you have to be so smart to survive this. And I mean, holy crap, like that kind of position. You know, you're watching the movie, you kind of put yourself in their heads, or you try to be like, holy crap, like what would I do? And you just feel I not always feel what they're feeling, but it just gives you extra anxiety to be like, holy crap, what would you do in this situation? But here he's like, even the ones you really trust, if they ask you a certain thing, that's probably going to be the guy who's going to get you killed, you know? And wow. So at the end, he's just like, taking them all out, you know?
And during the child's baptism too.
That was it was terrible, but that was a great transition.
It was
going back and forth. Right, you denounce Satan, and then everyone's just getting killed brutally.
And
murdered.
you know, when he literally said after the baptism, I didn't think it was going to be that day. I thought it was going to be a couple of weeks after. Well, you know, everything's settled. Nope. It was that day, like literally.
Business is always going,
That's
even
right.
when you have
We're
family stuff to attend.
It's like family stuff, and first and foremost. And
it
you really
never
need
ends.
to know a good sauce. That's what we saw in Goodfellas too, right? It was like the sauce. It was all about the sauce.
I know you're cooking for a lot of people and just throwing that in there. And it was just funny, like how basic it was, where he's not explaining like everything's already kind of cooked or he has it in cans. And he's like, just throw this together and throw this together. And
It's so easy for them to say that. Oh God, best cooks ever.
Yeah. And just to see like how tight these families are and just like how big they are.
Oh, yes.
And
there's
extended
no question,
family, everyone.
Like,
they know everybody.
That's right. And when business calls, all the ladies, even Mom, like after the baptism, Mom's like, okay, bye. And, Kay's like, okay, bye. And they have to go and they kiss and okay, that's it.
Yeah, they just get it and they just adapt to it every time.
Gotta do what you gotta do. And when Michael went to Italy for that year, I was wondering where he was hiding out. I thought he was going to be up in, where was it, New Hampshire or Vermont, where Kay was, but that would be too crazy to do that. So it made sense to go to Italy and...
to get out of the country.
Yeah.
get completely away from it. But even then, he was still in danger, which was
Big
terrifying.
time.
You can't escape.
And that
anything.
one
You have
guy
that
was
much
like
money and that
always
much power.
checking on him, and he's like, oh, you really shouldn't be out here. And
Yeah. And Vito in the beginning, like, just going back to the whole baptism thing, like here, you're at this family function thing, and then you're like sending all these people to still work and kill all these people. Like that's a major thing. So you have a major work thing and a family thing going on. And then in the beginning, we have Vito, who's also constantly doing business. And he's like, okay, can I now attend my daughter's wedding?
You're absolutely right.
It's constantly like you're always working no matter what.
That's right. And it's all business connections too. Who's
It's
at
not
the wedding.
personal. Even at
right.
the end there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, sorry, it's business, not personal. And he was trying to get Tom to bail him out at the last second, but there was no chance there.
No, and I am glad it's that guy and not the other guy. What was his name? Carenza or something like that. I liked him. The guy that killed everybody.
Oh, yeah, I know. He
Connie's husband he killed. I mean, drop the gun and take the gun or something like that. When he was killing the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Paulie.
The acting was...
He was great.
Yeah, he was great, and the acting in this was phenomenal.
was.
Al Pacino, like... At first,
phenomenal.
Yeah, I gotta say, when we first saw him, I didn't recognize him.
Baby,
he's so young.
And Diane Keaton, too.
I mean, it makes sense.
I didn't realize it was her until after a while.
I was just like, holy crap!
Yeah.
And then we had Robert Duvall as well.
He was phenomenal. I loved
so
that
young.
character.
Yeah,
Tom
all of
was
them,
great.
of course.
They
but
were,
like, they're just so different looking. I was like, holy crap! It's so
just like James
crazy.
Caan, too.
I know. I love him. Yeah. So he was. He looked really good, and some people kind of have the same features.
Yeah.
Like even when they get older. I'm not saying like it's a bad thing, like they just stay young the whole time, but where he looked more like himself now in a way. But then like Al Pacino, he just looks so different to me. And again, he's a lot younger. I don't know, they're all young. But so that one really floored me. I'm like, no way. That's
Marlon Brando, I mean, he always looks, especially... But when he was really young, he looked so different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was classic.
And this is where it came from, I'm guessing, where and you have like John goes out and he talks like this or something. Because I was like, oh, cool. Because you see a lot of parodies or just other like shows that do stuff like that. And I thought that was well done. How they did that,
I just loved the story. The story was great. I'm glad that they didn't kill the father off too soon. I mean, and he died actually.
Vito?
Yeah, I'm so glad they didn't like kill him off soon, and then the boys had a fight or something like that to be, done. So it was good that it was a very well paced. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, him getting shot, like I thought he died, and that was like so shocking to all of us. And I'm like, there's no way he's gonna get touched. The movie is named after him. Yeah. And it's a title, but like I'm still like, he's the Godfather. You can't kill him off. Like that's crazy. So I thought like he would be fine all the way through, but in dangerous situations all the way through, and people around him would constantly die, which we did see. But no, he was targeted right away, and it shows you how things can just flip, and how we heard early on that like it's good. We had like 10 years going apiece, pretty much, and but every 5-10 years you have a war that starts, and major players get killed. A lot of people get killed.
Cycle.
And I'm like, holy crap. So when Vito got hit, I was like, oh my God. Like,
and it was like a perfect timing because that one guy was calling out sick.
Yeah.
And then Vito had to drive him.
Don't call out sick.
So it was like a perfect scenario where it was a weakness.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, it was a perfect scenario.
Yeah, right?
So, but they just cut all ties.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy too? It's like they have to overthink all that stuff to like take out loose ends.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
To make sure that they can keep going and they don't have betrayers, people like in the family business that are
I know, like you see Sonny when he was driving off to Connie's husband. I mean, that was a weakness because he ran off, Yeah,
he was always hot-headed. He wants to protect her. And I don't blame him for that because I felt so mad, too.
Well, he's a brother, first and foremost. He already warned him once.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't die in that scenario because he was doing it,
Yeah, he didn't learn.
For honor for his sister. But and his sister still was so angry because that's the thing. You stick with your husband, whoever you married,
Yeah.
it was.
And I
probably
felt
the
so bad
time.
because I can't imagine that situation at all, but how hard it was for her. And she was unstable as well. Like, she was constantly, like, getting violent and throwing things and breaking things and just completely losing control.
She was losing control because she didn't know what to, she didn't know what to do.
caged.
She can't, if she tells her family, they're going to shoot him and kill him.
Yeah.
And then that ruins the
so
family
it's just
reputation. So she's
out.
pregnant. She's throwing things out. I mean, my mother-in-law did that all the time. She always broke glass.
Really?
What you making me do?
I've always heard stories. I have friends that, people who
full
do that.
Italian.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so just going to release it somewhere. You need a lot of stress balls. It's not enough. Tear those apart. Yeah. But no, I really did feel bad for her, but I'm glad she was okay. The baby was okay.
Yeah, I was surprised too. The baby was okay.
I was so happy about that. Yeah. And now, here we have Michael, the Godfather.
That's right.
He's a true Godfather.
That was amazing. What a developed character. Because I didn't expect that at all. And I love how we didn't see this. I mean, I really thought there were going to be parts in this that I would recognize from parodies or something. Yeah. And besides, like, Vito with the jaw and how he talked. And I'm going to give him an offer he can't refuse.
Yes,
and
that line. Yeah.
You were laughing at the cannoli thing.
Yes, that was
so I think that's probably like a famous quote that other movies say or something. But other than that, like, I had no clue where the story was going to go. So Vito getting shot early on, I was like, holy crap, like, I'm happy he survived it and didn't make it about that. And like, but the initiation already happened, and then there was conflict, war, but it was good that he survived until the way end.
Yeah, and he gave advice to Michael right to the end. Mm-hmm. And for him to be playing with his grandson, like, he's truly, like, present with his grandson. He's not just there,
That's a real man. That's what he said. To be, you have to be there for your family.
He's truly there playing with his grandson and not just there.
That's awesome. That's a good point, too.
I was worried about the bug spray.
It's actually water.
I know, I was going to say that has to be water, because when you guys said bug spray, I was like, oh, God, that's like awful.
It looked like it would be, right?
That's what they usually use for the bug spray.
Yeah,
that's
so they probably just use it for water, because he was only, like, 3?
Yeah, and he wasn't really watching them or anything.
Yeah.
He was
worried. He goes, oh, don't, you're spilling the water. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very good movie. There were so many good scenes all the way through, and again, like, just how close everyone is, and everyone's in each other's business.
Oh yeah,
100%. In a way, like, they still have respect, like you said, about, like, not getting into family affairs or like with like violence and stuff, or just like
And I loved how they were very private, where the media went into the wedding right off the bat, and they, ruined the film, and
I love how
the camera still paid him for
muscle
it.
again. It's not like you can't do that here, but they have to make a strong point so you won't, because some people, like, that's their job, and he's gonna be like, please don't do that, don't take any pictures. Seriously, you can't take any pictures, and people will still do it. Like, you have to scare them. And, like, to the point where it's like, holy crap, like, a normal person wouldn't do that. What party am I at right now? I mean, like, there's a lot of things on display.
And you have the FBI outside the gate, checking out everyone's license plates.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
And it's just amazing how many cops were bought out by these mafia groups.
And you gotta think like that. You're like, okay, well, the captain, like, so many powerful people.
Yeah, and the guys under him are like, what are you doing? He's clean. He's a war hero for Michael. I mean, and on top of it, he's a war hero. Now he's going to be the Don.
So insane. Yeah.
That's right. The Godfather.
Yeah, very good movie, guys. Thank you so much for requesting this and voting on it.
Very surprised.
Yeah, I think because when I looked up The Godfather, because we watched it on Amazon, like I said, Godfather 2, and then I saw series, so I don't know how many movies there are, but we'll see if we watch the next one. It's up to you guys. If you are watching on YouTube, please check out our links below. You can, you can also request on YouTube, but it's best to do it on our Patreon, because it's easier to categorize and see things better there. And then we have polls every Monday there, so you could vote for our next movie.
Okay.
Excellent.
Very good.
More Godfather.
No,
anything else you'd like to add?
It's very good. That's all I can say.
I loved it.
Me too. I loved it. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you very soon, as always. Bye, guys.
Bye.